Hello, YouTube family. Auntie is here. I'm your auntie of pop culture. I love to say it's not cute not knowing, and today we're going to know. Let's start off with a hug. Okay, we're going to need a hug. There's a lot of things going on. We're going to start off with Wendy Williams. Her brother Tommy is speaking out about these reports that came that she's suffering from dementia and she's having problems and she can't walk. A lot of half truths out there. Tommy said that it's taken her a little while as she recovers from Graves' disease. There is problem with circulation in her legs, which is why she's been in a wheelchair a lot. But the reports of her suffering from early dementia, he says, are not true. The family is in constant contact with her, and she's really just trying to get her health together so she can return to work at the beginning of the year. This battle with Graves' disease has been really rough, and I think she's going to look a little different when she gets out of the hospital, as far as having her the breast implants removed and things like that. But she is aiming to return, fingers crossed, here at the beginning of the year. Where could some of these stories be coming from, and could it be from people who want to see her down, who want to wish ill on her? We can tell you this: that ex-husband Kevin, always, I don't care whether you got a man or a woman, always be careful. If they cheat on, if you're with them and y'all cheating and y'all think it's funny, and then you finally get them, they're going to cheat on you. It's a pattern that they're never going to stop. Sharina may be in Florida, she may have that baby, but Kev got a side chick in Brooklyn where he's about to open up a new restaurant. Grammy nominations came down. The 64th Annual Grammy Awards will air on January 31st, 2022 on CBS. Jennifer Hudson's been nominated for a song entitled Here I Am from the Respect soundtrack. You've got Megan Thee Stallion, Cardi B, Drake, Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole, Nas, Kanye, Saweetie. The rap category is huge. Jasmine Sullivan, she's been nominated for Best Record, Best R&B Record, Best R&B Album. Her is one of those leading in the nominations with 8. I think it's going to be a great year for her. Selena Gomez, Harry Styles, former President Barack Obama, Jay-Z, getting the most nominations of any artist in Grammy history. That magic number is 83. The Weeknd, who said he wasn't submitting anymore because he was kind of like snubbed last year, he's even nominated for a Grammy as well as many others. Will it be the year of a Jasmine Sullivan, who got snubbed at those American Music Awards? She lost Best R&B to a Doja Cat. What? R&B music today is so disrespected. It's respected in the Rock Hall of Fame, disrespected. But R&B is really making a nice comeback where artists are singing and performing, and they still want to give awards to lesser talent. And it's like, what kind of R&B category was that? Now does the Jasmine Sullivan lose out? Grammy Awards, it'll be coming. Okay, y'all. Y'all know I was screaming my head off. Iman Shumpert won Dancing with the Stars. I didn't think he would win. I just knew. I said JoJo C was going to get it. But I was voting and sitting on the edge of my bed and waiting, and they made you wait till the last second. And my heart was beating all fast because I wanted him to win. And I'm going to tell you why. He's the first NBA player to win. But you know what? When you watched him, it was so much fun. You smiled watching him dance because he was having so much fun. And that is what I liked about him. He was no one ever thought he would be in that bottom 4, that he would do as well as he did. And then he goes on to win it. I interviewed him about 2 weeks ago, and I remember saying to him, "Why are you doing Dancing with the Stars?" And he said, "I'm doing it for my mom." And this morning on GMA, he's like, "I'm going to give this award to my mom." And she was beaming and happy. But for him to be so tall, my gosh, he could move. It was just good. And I was just so surprised, like so many people, so shocked that he would go on to win Dancing with the Stars. He did good. He's married to Tiana Taylor. They got a beautiful family, and he is a really, really nice guy. I enjoyed talking to him. Sad news to pass along about Malcolm X's daughter. Malika Shabazz was 56 years old. She never got a chance to see her father because he was assassinated before she was born. Malika Shabazz had a family of her own. She was found dead in her home. Authorities are saying it was natural causes. Now, this is interesting because it was like a week ago that the two men were exonerated for the assassination of Malcolm X. And they said that they didn't do it, and to this day, it remains a mystery as who killed Malcolm X. Janet Jackson Stylist is talking. It's a guy that worked for Janet for years, and he was there at the Superbowl mishap. He says it wasn't a mishap. He designed the outfit, what she was going to wear, and they rehearsed what they were going to do. When they got to the part of the song and Justin, it rips off, he said the cameras were supposed to go away and not show that part, but they stayed aimed right on Janet Jackson. This is really interesting. Why is he talking now? Because he wound up working with Janet years after, this incident. He says he has a reputation to uphold and he don't want nobody looking at him. So he said he's going to speak his truth. Now, y'all know Janet's documentary is coming in January. 2 nights, Lifetime. There's a lot going to be said about this, but the stylist says that the cameras were supposed to cut away. Singer Adele, she did a series of shows overseas, over in London, and Mel B of the Spice Girls was supposed to be a part of the audience, but Mel B got up there telling jokes about vibrators, and they just didn't think that it was appropriate. No, it wasn't appropriate at all, but Mel B got up there doing her thing, and they had to cut it from the show. She recently walked out of an interview with an Australian TV reporter who thought it was funny to say, "I've never listened to your album." Wrong thing to say. Can I tell you something happened to me years ago, course of my life? Sometimes big mistakes are such learning lessons. It was when Lee Daniels had Monsters Ball. And because he's from Philly, he wanted to, come to Philly to talk about it, and I'm interviewing him. All I knew was that Halle Berry was having this sex scene with Billy Bob Thornton, and it was all this sex. And he stopped me during the interview, and he said, "There's more to this movie than that." And he said, "Did you see the movie?" And I had to tell him, no, I didn't. He said, "You should watch the movie so you could really talk about it." Boy, was that a learning lesson. That was a moment. That was a moment. But it needed to happen. And from that day, Lee, I want you to know that before I interviewed somebody about a movie or a book, I made sure I did my homework. Such a lesson. And he was so right. And I thank him. I thank him for that. That was a lesson. It was a tough lesson, but it was a good lesson because I never did that again. So I don't blame Adele for getting up and walking out. Will Smith, the drama version of The Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, is going to be debuting next year on the Peacock. It's an hour-long show. The trailer just came down today. Will Smith, his book, Will, it's a great stocking stuffer, y'all. And King Richard is a great movie. It's streaming on HBO Max. It's just a little long, 2 hours, 24 minutes. But what a great movie. And it's about Richard Williams, the father of Venus and Serena Williams. There were some people there, I think they were confused about what they were watching when they went into the theater. The movie is about Richard Williams. And Will Smith is amazing. It's just a really good, feel-good movie. And I think you're gonna like it a lot. Thanks so much for joining me. It's not cute, not knowing. Leave a comment. Yes, leave your comments. Auntie reads the comments. Hit the button so you never miss anything that's going on. And give us a thumbs up if you like the video. It's a short week, so we're like getting these all in. But thanks so much for joining me. It's not cute not knowing, and now you know. I'm Patty Jackson. I am your auntie of pop culture.